Hello everyone, Namaskaram. Lately, just on 10th, I was at the Brahmaputra bank and watching this mighty, massive and huge river, the only male river. This was one of the spectacular views which I was uh, like just experiencing, sitting at the edge of the Starbucks coffee and the Guwahati Heritage Center, which is quite a luxurious place, I would say. And I just kept on gazing this river for hours. Now the news is that there is a flood. I was wondering, such a beautiful river, such a massive river, which can give you a wonderful experience, how that can be a cause of a disaster. So the fact is, the river is not the cause for the disaster. The more than 100 people who are dead, more than 58 lakh families being hit, more than 1,000 people dead in Bangladesh as of now. It is not because of the river. It is not because of the flood. It is because humans have started thinking that they can dominate over nature. This cannot happen. Sitting at the Starbucks coffee edge on the banks of the river might look very pleasing and luxurious, but the fact is you are entering the river body. This is what happens. Every other people, they start growing commercializations, apartments, suits, resorts, and everything in the banks of the rivers or oceans, and they start entering into the perimeter of the river. Now, if you enter into the perimeter of such a huge natural body, one day the disaster is going to happen. 54 lakh people in Bangladesh, thousands of deaths in Bangladesh, hundreds of deaths in Assam, Guwahati, and so many families in lakhs of numbers are hit. Is it because of the river? I don't think so. It doesn't seem like, because that river is one male river, only one male river in Bharat, and after Kamakya, that was a spectacular, second most spectacular sight I saw personally and experienced it in Guwahati just 2 weeks back. This disaster is because of the human beings trying to interfering into the flow of the nature. Very simply, why you want resorts and this Starbucks and this great resorts on the banks of the river? Why you want to enter into the perimeter of the river? I really don't understand that. Why are you taking those areas? So when you are entering those areas, you are cutting the trees, you are cutting the land, you are using the river as the support and building all these things. So obviously, one day the river is going to come back to its perimeter and it is going to create a disaster. First thing which one has to think about is, if you want to avoid such disaster, you should stop such destructive way of working. That is not, I would say, that is not enhancing, that is not adding value to anyone. In the banks of the river, there should be trees planted as per the geographical environment. There are many, this is only one of the example. There are many other ways of farming can be done besides the banking of the river, but not commercialization. Because of this, either rivers get dried up or there is a flood. Either there is a drought or there is a flood. If the river is thirsty for the ocean, and if you are interfering in the movement of the river's thirst, disaster is bound to happen. There are like 3 dams which you are hampered in this flood. Why you need a dam? Save the river instead. That's what is happening, Everyone wants to dominate on each other. human beings wants to dominate the even the nature which they are made of. We are made of 5 elements, and those 5 elements, they, they have a huge power. You cannot play with them, you cannot interfere in their flow, and that is what we have been doing constantly for last 5 to 10 decades. So this should be stopped. We don't want to see more disasters like flood or drought. There is a way, there is a mechanism, a natural way has to be used to have this kind of a flow. No stopping of the rivers, no diverting of the rivers, no commercialization of such things. They need to be respected and protected and embraced. Only then we can avoid such kind of a disaster. I hope this video sounds a little alarming for most of you, and you spread a word. And if you like my channel, do subscribe it, and also hit a like button. That's all for now, and I hope good wishes, and hope things settle down with this situation. Thank you all for listening. Namaskar.